Hello, this is On the Phone with Sunnie podcast. We're not your average podcast. We're here to talk about everything that everyone is thinking about. So we're going to keep it raw, we're going to keep it real, and we're going to bring facts and keep it truth. So pick up your phone, tune in, and let's get started.
Hey, beautiful faces. We're back. I'm here on the phone with this is Sunny, and then I have my sister.
Eve,
Yes, and
yes,
we're back on the phone and we're back on the conversation about everything that is going on, and we're going
going.
to give it to you guys raw and real. So you was just mentioning to me about I know we were talking in the last episode, we were talking about the election turnout and how it was a blue wave. And I think the last thing we were talking about, um,
It,
mentioning
yeah,
Cuomo
but
and yeah,
it's okay. They'll know what we're talking about, honey, because
yeah,
it's all gonna go in it as one. But
yeah.
we're gonna talk about JD Vance because we're trying to figure out with him is what this here hug is all about with the hand on the back of the foot in the back of the head when Charlie
Oh,
Kirk's wife
Erica.
give, yeah give him a hug and mm,
Yeah.
that's strange.
Okay, so let me give you my intake on that. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I am a conspiracy. I'm a conspiracist, a conspiracy theory. Or I look at things and I look at things deep and I look at things beyond the surface, because they only going to allow us to see what we want us to see, and they know who to do it to. I gotta say to my Caucasian brothers and sisters, y'all gotta get tough. Y'all gotta stop being so gullible and stop letting these people play y'all. They playing y'all. They playing y'all like a fiddle. Okay,
Right.
that whole Charlie Kirk, Erika Kirk, that whole funeral, that whole service, there was nothing to show that this man actually passed away. Nothing. And then all of a sudden, here come the wife. She on every scene. But then if you notice, look at her. Every time you see her, she looked like a different person. It don't even look like the same person. Now, all of a sudden, she's taking over his podcast. She's in all of the government's events, getting awards, getting this, getting streets names after him. And now her and JD Vance are supposed to be chums and buddies.
Mm,
And
mm.
then wherever they were, there's a video floating around wherever they were, and she was introducing him. I think it was a turning point event. She was introducing him. You at this conference, and you getting ready to introduce the vice president of the United States,
Say,
and
yeah.
you're wearing black leather pants like you the Catwoman from
Hmm.
Batman, with a t-shirt that says freedom and tied up in the back like a knot.
Oh,
She,
I ain't see all that. What's going
girl,
on? They was at a
yes,
party? Was
I
they
don't
at
know,
a Halloween party?
girl, I don't know what was up, but she had on some leather pants. She had on a t-shirt that said freedom on it, and the back of the shirt was tied up in the knot. And she goes, JD Vance, and she just grinning from ear to ear. Uh, and then she go, and his wife. And then her, when she said JD Vance, her head tilted to the right with this smile. And she just stopped. And then she said, and to his wife. And her head went straight. And then the whole tone changed into his wife. And to me, it could be a distraction. You know, they do stuff just so you can focus on what they're doing and not focus on what they're really doing. So
Right.
I'm not really getting into it as everyone else is, because I've been seeing all these content creators posting this and posting that. I'm not posting that. I'm trying to dissect it, because I realize when they do stuff like that, that's to get your attention off of what else they're doing.
Well, we
We
know
are,
that.
yes,
We already know that's their game. So we got to just look at everything and know what they doing behind closed doors.
exactly, exactly. So she hugs him. She introduced him, and she says, "Nobody can take the place of my husband, Charlie Kirk." Who's talking about taking the place of Charlie Kirk? Your husband? Who said that? No, nobody can take the place of my husband, Charlie Kirk. But JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States, he has a lot of similarities and characteristics of my husband, Charlie
What?
Kirk. He has a lot of characteristics of him. And she just sitting there. So I just look at all this, Eve. It is all a show. It's like episode after episode after episode. So now this is the next episode. The next episode is let everybody think that we have something going on. Let everybody start talking about me and you. Let everybody think that I'm getting ready to have an affair on my wife, which he probably already is, you know. So let's put it out there in plain sight. Meanwhile, they're going to focus on that. Wow. Stephen Miller, Cash Patel, and all the other the munchkins from the Wizard of Oz do whatever it is that they're gonna be doing, you know. So people, you gotta pay attention. It's always a twist to what they put out. It's always a
Exactly.
twist. So,
Exactly.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hugging him and she putting her hands all in his hair and he hugging her from the bottom. He might as well pat her on the behind. He should have just went on ahead and grabbed her by the coochie.
So so what the conspiracy is now? Hold on. Yeah. So I'm back. Sorry about
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So the conspiracy now with him and her is that he wants to run for president. That's the
Mm-hmm.
conspiracy. And the this hip hop YouTuber, he got on his plus page and he was saying how if because they're attacking his wife, JD Vance's wife, because she's not
Uh-huh.
a white person, white American. They
Uh-huh.
the mega group, they want him to be with somebody look like him, somebody who, was from here. But he goes and date and marry someone outside the race, outside the country.
Uh-huh.
So now everyone is looking at, oh, he's supposed to be this here person that so patriotic and so down and don't want immigrants here and all of this negative stuff. But then
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, your wife is brown.
Yeah. Your wife
I
is
say,
Indian. Uh-huh.
I say, y'all so darn funny. The wife is brown. The kids are brown, and he white. He say, okay. So now they thinking that these two trying to get together, Charlie Kirk wife and Vance, because if it happened, it'll be the perfect little family. Because she white, he white. Like y'all, come on, white people.
Yep.
It's not like that. These people don't care.
They sure don't.
They do not care. Look at your president. How many immigrant wives he have married?
Two.
Three.
Two. One of them was American.
One
No,
was
the
American.
American. Yeah, one of them was.
The
I think
second one was American.
I think that's Tiffany's mom.
Okay, she was American,
She
but the
was
first one was,
American.
yeah.
But
So he goes,
Ivana was. I don't even know where Ivana was from. That's
she's from
Ivanka's mom.
Rockabunkum, whatever
Yeah.
they call them there in places. But
Yeah.
she was from there, and then this last one is from somewhere. Where's she
So
from? Russia?
Slovakia somewhere.
So
Somewhere.
he
I
love to
don't
go
know.
out there and get it. So do you know we gonna jump off that because that it's gonna come to the light eventually.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
somebody already sees something what they doing, they are going to. It
They're gonna
will
say,
be exposed. It will come
yep,
out, and then everybody, the white megas, they're gonna sit there like everything is okay.
yep.
Everything is okay, and then they're gonna praise this person who he with. Charlie Kirk's wife, not knowing that what he did and what she did was wrong to
Wrong.
even go
Yep.
off and get with this person. And your husband just died.
Well, let's talk about that real quick,
So
because you
wait
know
a
they
minute. So you saying that the husband casket wasn't open at the funeral?
no Eve. They don't even have a death certificate. They don't even
So
have an.
I never looked at the service to even know what went down. So I'm not paying attention to that. So
Okay, so
you
let me
telling
tell
me,
you. Let me tell you what went down, baby. That was a WWF production. They,
oh,
they had fireworks. They had all the um. It was a big stage, and then it was walking around the stadium with a big cross, like a
yeah,
cross, walking around the stage trying to get these people to sign up to register to vote. Why are you trying to get people to vote
at the service?
at a service?
Oh
That's why I'm
no,
like,
what's
that's why I'm
wrong
like,
with them?
that's why I'm like, Caucasian brothers and sisters, y'all gotta
Y'all
wake
got to
up
get it together.
because they are punking y'all. They know who they can get. They know who they can indoctrinate very quick, and it's y'all.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
y'all gotta step up and be more stronger and let them know, like, look, we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. The black people say they're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe,
And,
and we
and we
agree with
not
them.
falling in banana in the tail.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yep. So now let me say this. You have never, I don't know if you ever heard of Charlie Kirk, because I used to see his clips. It would be him, it would be Candace Owens, it would be Nick
No,
Fuentes, and that Ben Shapiro. I think that's his name, Shapiro.
no.
He's
I
a
never
Jewish guy.
watched them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these they call them political commentators. They're not political commentators. What I call them conflict creators, because all they
Right.
do
And
is
they was
create.
getting paid for
They
to
was
get
getting paid
to have conflict. Yeah.
to create conflict, and who
Yeah.
they create conflict with is a division, a divide tactic, to talk about all the different ethnics, all the different people here, all the different races, but mainly, you know who mainly black folks. Okay,
Hmm.
it's always us. We're always at the top when it comes to negative, but never at the top when it comes to positive. Only when it benefits them. Only when you're
Yeah.
playing sports and we playing football, we playing baseball, playing basketball. Oh, we're at the top. Or when we're
Yeah.
running track for the Olympics. And we'll talk about the
Right.
Olympics too, because we need to stop saying USA and say black. We need to come up with just a black American.
Black American.
But anyway, all of that is to say, now I'm trying to get my thoughts back together because I'll be going on a tangent. But
Yeah, you were saying those three is were always got together and did they little
yeah, but yeah, so
podcast.
so what I was saying was, you gotta think about this whole thing with Charlie Kirk. I was asking if you've ever heard of him. But my thing is, all of a sudden his whole narrative started changing. He started talking about Gaza. He started talking about Israel. He started talking about them in a way to say, wait, what is really going on over there? What is happening? Why is this happening? Why is Israel part of America? And why is America always giving aid and funds? And what does Israel do for us? Like, he started talking like that. Now, me personally, I don't think anything happened to him. I think all of that was staged, in my opinion. They could prove me wrong by showing me something. The same thing with Epstein. I don't believe anything happened with him. I don't. I just believe it's
So
all
you
for
think they shipped them to space?
they somewhere.
They
They're somewhere.
don't ship them out of space, not out the country, out of space.
Yeah, they're somewhere, wherever they go underground, and they own the world, they own bunker or secret society. Because it's different worlds. Like that movie Stranger Things, where they have the
Hmm.
upside down place. We got an upside down place on this planet somewhere. We don't know yet, but it is some
It's
underground
here.
things going on.
Hmm.
But um, but have if for the people who do know him, have you ever really seen his wife as much as you see her now? Have you ever even seen her pregnant? Have you ever even seen a wedding pictures of them? When for him to be
For him to
so,
be out there, yeah,
yes. So you
going
got to
around
think,
to different events,
yes.
because she's young and he
Yep.
young, so you
No,
would
he's
think
she's
she'll be.
actually she's actually older than him. She's older than him. But they're still young, because I think they both like in their 30s. I think he just
But
turned 30.
that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
young. I don't
Yeah,
know who
yeah.
older than who, but they're
Yeah.
young. So
Mhm.
she would be traveling with him more. She'll be out there trying to, go where he go, do what he do, just sit
Mhm.
there by his side. She never did that.
Never, I never saw anything about this lady until this whole finale of the assassination. That whole assassination to me was the finale of him, to take him wherever they took him. And now she's everywhere. All you see is
Mhm.
her. And then she was in she was in the Miss USA pageant.
Mm.
She was in the Miss USA
She was in
pageant.
the USA pageant too.
She was in the Miss USA pageant when Trump was over the system. When he was over the pageant, that's how she's so connected to them. Girl, I'm telling you. And you know me, I'm pageant director, pageant, in the pageants, and so, and a trainer and all that. So I know she was in
Right.
that pageant.
Okay.
But she ended up winning. She won because
And one.
they set it up for her to win. They
What?
set it up
And
for
she
to
won.
Yep. And she was not
That's when Trump was there.
That's when he owned it. That's when he owned the system.
Oh,
Hmm.
and what year was that?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I know it was in the 2000s or something like that, because she's in her 30s. And so normally when you be in the pageants, you either be like, she was like Miss, running for Miss USA, but she won
Mm-hmm.
her state. She didn't win Miss USA. She won the state that she was representing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been sometime in the 2000s that she
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That was a while back.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find out right now. Now she's the CEO of Turning Point. She's 36 years
Oh.
old. She's 36 years old, and now she's the CEO of Turning Point USA.
Mm.
So soon as
Mm-mm.
he died, she was on the podcast the next week. She was sitting on the
Mm-mm.
podcast. So you got somebody who just lost their husband in the most horrific public way. You sitting on his podcast, cheesing and smiling and grinning. And then when they did this little WWF service,
Mm-hmm.
she gets on
She
stage.
didn't. She didn't even have no remorse when she got up there.
She got up there and she was like, and I want to say to the kid, oh, that young boy, that young boy, I forgive him.
Mm-mm.
I was like, what in the hell is going on, America? What are you guys doing?
Mm-mm.
Are we being punked, Ashton? Ashton
Yeah.
Kushner, where are you? Because I think we're being punked. Because this is not what I signed up for in
For
America at my
okay.
50 something years old. I did not sign up for this. God dang it.
That's
But anyway,
crazy.
yeah, so
He
my thing
did.
is, I don't believe anything happened to this man. I believe they probably did remove him because of what he was saying. Okay. Now all of a sudden, Candace Owens, she want to talk all this here anti-Trump, like, no, baby, you sold your people out, but you can't buy us back. It's over. You sat up there and you talked highly of this man, telling us that we need to be free thinking blacks, and we need to get away from the Democratic Party because they get rid of the families and they get rid of the men, and we need to be
They
a
didn't get
better.
rid of no. They don't get rid of the family. That's up to the individual.
Yes, no, she's saying with the whole welfare and the whole welfare system in the housing, in order for the families, the black families, to get
Hmm.
assistance, you can't have a husband, or you can't have your kid's father living with you. I get that part, but the part I don't get is you're talking to the wrong crowd about this. Don't look like you. Your audience don't look like you. Your
Right.
audience need to look like you, and you need
You.
to educate your audience, your people. Like you said, when you get people who come here from other countries, they need to go back to their country and they need to educate them on how this country is operated, right?
Right.
She don't
Right.
do that. She go sit
Hmm.
in a conference room or an auditorium with people who don't look like her and talking down on the people who look like her. So what are you doing?
That's crazy.
Yep. So now JD Vance brother,
He ran for what?
he he was
Where?
running, let me see, I did see he was running for something, and he could have had a chance, but when his brother endorsed him, he lost very bad, very
Because the
bad.
people are fed up with them. Not even a year. They fed up with them.
Hmm.
They gonna
So
get rid of all of them.
yeah,
That's why
yeah.
Margie Taylor Greene walking up there looking like she's so innocent. Girl, go sit down.
Oh, let's talk about her.
Yes. Let's talk about
Let's
her.
talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm going to say it to you, sister girl. You sold the American people out. You cannot buy us back. Okay? I'm
Okay.
sorry. Because you already knew that Peter Punkin Eater had 3 wives and couldn't keep them. So you know what type of man he is. You already know that this man is a hot mess. You already
Yeah,
know this. So
I already
now
know that.
she is going on a revenge tour. It's a revenge tour because, like I said, you got to do your research, people.
Right.
I found out she wanted to run for Senate. She wanted to be a senator. She wanted to run for office for Senate. Trump told
Okay.
her no. He told her no. And then the administration, his administration didn't also didn't back her to become
The
to run for
senator.
Senate. They didn't endorse her and they told her no. No, you're
Hmm.
not running. So now she's mad. So that's why she's going around talking about all this stuff that's happening, and rent is high and food is high. Girl, rent and food was high before you even
How when you was over there getting called
when you
out,
was
big blue blonde, built bad body.
right.
Yeah. So the point is that you can't come back and try to tell us something different. We know you. We see it all over your face.
Now you want everybody to be on your side because you no longer agrees with Trump because he's not backing you. So if he backed you, would you be saying all this stuff? Would you be saying that the rent is high and food is high and your children had to come back home with you? She was saying all this stuff. Her kids had to move back home with her because
Yeah.
the rent is so high. Girl, first of all, you make over $1 million. I know how much you make.
Right. And you getting donations
and,
and
and
money
I don't
under the
and
table.
I don't mean she's making that with her salary. She's making millions of dollars from endorsements and all types of stuff along with her salary with as a
Right.
House of Representative or whatever her position is. And so that's what I want to say to the people who are listening. If you want to make a real change for everybody, not just somebody, everybody, you need to get in office. I don't care what it is. If it's running for a local council person or commissioner, or start your own community commanders group. That means you command your community, which is what I do. You command your community and you go around the community to find out from the homeowners who lives in your community or the residents who live in your community and find out what complaints or what concerns they have. Then
Right.
you go to the meetings because they have town hall meetings once a month.
Right.
You can also send emails to your council people, find out who your council people is in your district or your zone, and you send emails to them or you call them and let them know I want to make an appointment to have a meeting with you because I want to share some concerns from my community. And the council people's job, if you don't know, is to take the concerns from their constituents to the
Right.
mayor and to the vice mayor. Then they go and they see what they can do. If they can't do anything, then they go to the city manager.
Mhm.
Then they go to the commissioner. Then, if
Right.
it's within a county, then they go to the county mayor to see, how they're able to work out some of these concerns.
Exactly.
So we got to get involved. We really do.
Get involved.
We can't keep being online and doing podcasts and doing posts. We don't live online. We live out here,
Mm-mm.
you know.
Exactly.
So we gotta
Exactly.
definitely do that. We gotta get better with doing that.
Hmm.
So
Give you a call back.
so we're gonna wrap this show up, Eve, and then I'll call you back so we can
Oh, this my
continue
okay.
with the next episode. All right.
Okay then. Okay
Okay.
then.
All right. Bye.